Insurance Agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
And we are back, and I've got to check to see who's checking in for the Lumberjacks to get this fourth period started. I don't know if there's any changes or not to the lineup. Kellogg will start with the ball. Taylor to Lewis to Cheney, working on the left side. Cheney to the corner to Vendasius. Three-pointer, nice shot by Vendasius. Knocks that down over the top of Isaiah Gustav. It's 44-40. Lumberjacks lead it. Into Speakman. Speakman trying to fight his way in. Shot is up, no good, but he'll be fouled. A little bit late coming on that whistle. The foul goes against Cheney. That's his third, and it'll send Speakman to the free throw line. Speakman, I believe, the only bench player to score tonight. 40% from the charity stripe for him. Actually does... I think, no, Harold has not scored yet. Free throw on the way. Too much heat on that one. It's going to look like it might fall in at first, but hit the back of that rim a little too hard and pop back out. Second free throw on the way. That one off the mark as well. And they're going to get a foul on Gustav on the rebound. Lumberjacks again with the backcourt pressure. Looks like a man press, I guess, is maybe what it would be called. Gonna get a foul on Barta. Trying to get the steal there. That will be Jack Barta's first foul. Kim Staten has it, gets it to Taylor, working left side of the floor. Taylor to Cheney. On the wing, now to Porter Lewis, top of the key, Vendasius. Now they switch it to the right side. Kim Staten has it, guarded by Sloper. Pretty good ball player for a freshman. Going to get a deep three by Taylor. It's no good. Going up high for the rebound is Speakman. Lumberjacks will bring it down slowly. Barta brings it across the timeline. Going to skip it up to Gustav. Gustav to Year Out. Going to have a little step back, knocks it down, and apparently he didn't do anything illegal there. I think Drayden thought maybe he pushed off of him. Coming the other way, Taylor loses the ball. Turnover, Kellogg. Year Out's going to bring it down and jam it home. 48-40, St. Mary's leads. Taylor has it, right side to Cheney. Cheney spins around Speakman. I think Speakman got a piece of that. And Speakman got the rebound. Gonna get it up to Year Out. Year Out gets an open look at three, knocks it down from the right corner. Gonna get the assist by Barta, and St. Mary's out by 11, 51-40 with a nice run to start the third quarter. Three guys in double digits for St. Mary's. Landon Ribrick, one bucket away from being in double digits. Year Out, like I said, had 5 at the end of the first half. He's now got 16. Sloper with 11. Gustav with 11. Ribrick 9. Jack Barta with 2, and Speakman with 2. 6 guys scoring. Most of the games so far this year, everybody that's come in off the bench has scored. So the production doesn't stop with JJ.
No. Sometimes it's nice to have those guys come in and be able to score right off the bench.
Well, and JJ's so shifty, I just don't think you can cover him all game. As good as he is, he's going to, I don't think there's going to be a game this year he doesn't score 10.
At least, he's good at attacking the basket, but, he's also one of those players that can step outside and really knock it down.
He probably knocked down about 4 NBA-length three-pointers against Freeman. I mean, they just left him with about 5 feet of room and dared him to shoot it, and he said, okay.
Took the opportunity and put her down.
Don't think there was any, actually, yes, there was. I think going off was Speakman, Landon Ribrick back in. Kellogg with the ball. Porter Lewis works left side, kicks it to the corner of Vendasius. Now they swing it to the opposite side, corner right side. Back to the top of the key. Vendasius drives. Shot bounces around, won't fall in. Rebound to Year Out. Year Out. Oh, Year Out was going to step for the shot, and he gets his pocket picked from behind. Good defensive play by the Wildcats. Had the opportunity where he had that ball just in the right spot to be poked away. Vendasius drives baseline. He has it poked away. I think that was Sloper with the steal. Barta brings it back across, works his way to the left side of the floor. He's guarded by Lewis, gets a screen kind of from Gustav. Going to flip it to Year Out. Year Out misses the shot. Ball is tipped around. Wildcats with the rebound. There was a lot of contact on JJ's shot there again. That one's going to be, a foul. They're going to get Gustav with that. Gustav reaches in as Kim Staten drives the lane and got some hand as he swiped that ball out of there. I think JJ might be bleeding a little bit or something, so he has to get off the court. I've been fairly impressed with this freshman on the Wildcats, really. He hasn't played a lot tonight, I don't think, but he's knocked down a three and he's handled the ball pretty well for a freshman. First free throw, that one's going to be in and out. Honor Law is going to check back in with 4 fouls. Coburn is looking like he's coming back in. He might be coming in for the shooter. Sloper's going to check out. First time tonight we've had the Twins on the floor at the same time. That always makes it difficult on the call. Can't just go by Barta.
No.
Second free throw off the mark. Rebound to Rib. 51-40. St. Mary's leads it by 11. Lumberjacks bringing it back down the floor. Barta has it. That's Jack over to Brock. Even when they're not on the floor at the same time, you really got to kind of say whose name is what. And JJ Year Out knocks down another three, and I think it was Jack Barta with the assist. 54-40. St. Mary's finally able to stretch their lead out to 14. Kellogg has the ball to Taylor. Taylor has the ball loose, but is able to track it down. He's working left side against Jack Barta, and Jack will pick up a foul, trying to play some tough defense. That's the only drawback when you're playing a uptight defense is you might get more fouls called against you, but that's only his second tonight. Coburn checks back in. I think it was Cheney that went to the bench. And I think St. Mary's just made, Gustav came off. Jackson Harold back in. And JJ still kind of holding that elbow a little bit. Left wing to the right wing to the corner. Porter Lewis drives, and they're going to call an offensive foul, I believe, against Lewis. Or no, they called that against St. Mary's, I think.
Against St. Mary's.
Well, he kind of gave that, I thought that,
it kind of
like
looked,
offensive-looking call there.
It kind of looked like he did drop his shoulder a little bit, but.
And the way Barta ended up on the ground, but it was actually Jackson Harold, I believe, which they haven't put it on the board yet, but, that was, wow, St. Mary's has 6 fouls. I didn't realize St. Mary's had picked up that many fouls here in the third. It's not even halfway through it yet. And that sends Porter Lewis to the charity stripe. I think the first time tonight, he knocks down the first. Knocks down both. St. Mary's going to have to be a little bit careful now with that, putting them in the bonus this early. Jack Barta brings it across the timeline. Works to the left side. Picks up his dribble to the top to JJ. Year Out working against Honor Law. He's going to drive. They collapse on him. 3 triple teaming him. Can't get the shot to fall. The rebound will be a team move down for the Wildcats. Cheney checks back in for Kellogg. Coburn goes off. Kellogg, Lumberjacks not with that press this time. We've got Jack Barta and Brock Barta both. Okay, that hadn't changed. corner left side. Honorlaw works his way around Year Out, loses. Ooh, they're going to get a foul against St. Mary's. Brock Barta slaps that ball out from behind. Grat gets some hand with it. They'll send Honorlaw to the free throw line. It's a very quick way to let a team climb back into it when you're in the bonus. First free throw's up and good.
Automatically send you to the line for a 1-1.
Well, now it's automatically 2. There's no 1 and 1 no more. That changed also when they changed the foul thing at the end of the quarter, where they switch at the end of each quarter.
A lot has changed.
Yeah. Both free throws up and good. Makes it a 10-point ball game, 54-44. Kellogg putting some pressure in the backcourt now. Sloper trying to get off of Vendasius. They get it ahead to. They're going to get it ahead to Harold. Then the ref blows his whistle and says, "My time." Something wasn't reset or something wasn't correct there at the start of that. And they're pointing at the shot clock, so I'm assuming it was something to do with that. So the ball will stay with St. Mary's. They'll inbound it from in front of their bench. I think there may be 2 different switches for each end of the floor for the shot clock, and I think maybe that's something happened with that. Inbound to Brock Barta. Brock to Ribrick. Ribrick top of the key. Now back to Brock. Gets it up to Sloper. Sloper pull-up jumper just inside 3-point range. Won't fall in for him. Rebound is ripped away by the Wildcats. Coming down the other way. Taylor thought about a 3, decided not to. Goes to the corner to Cheney. Back to the top to Honorlaw. He's going to drive. Kicks it out. Wing 3 from Vendasius, and he's going to knock it down for the Wildcats. And Coach Chase going to take a timeout for 54-47. No, maybe not. I thought it was. Just making some substitutions here. A whole bunch of them. Sloper, he was already in. And is Ribrick still out there? Yeah. Okay. Wildcats with the backcourt press. Kellogg deflects that. It'll go out of bounds off of the Wildcats. .309 to go in the game. St. Mary's has had a 14-point lead. They've seen that chipped away. And a steal by the Wildcats. Turnover by Year Out. Driving is Lewis. Lewis gets JJ up off his feet, knocks down the shot, and Coach Chase now wants that timeout, as it's a 5-point ball game. Just when St. Mary's thinks they're going to get a lead stretched out, Kellogg claws their way back in, and we have a full timeout. 54-49, Lumberjacks lead with just about 3 minutes left. We'll be back.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So Les Schwab Tires makes my job easy. With services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Those cheap tire centers just throw
back.
Supporter helping local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those money.
And we're back. The Lumberjacks do give up a steal to the Wildcats, but as the Wildcats try to lay it up and in, that's Drayden Taylor. He gets called for the charge. I think it was Bart. No, was that Bart or a Sloper that stepped in there?
Sloper.
I think it was Sloper that stepped in there and took the charge. Taylor gets the foul called against him. Wildcats defense is really stiffening up even more now. JJ Year Out gets free, takes the 3, back iron won't fall. Rebound to the Wildcats. Taylor takes it down the left side of the floor. Kellogg has kept themselves close in this game. We're going to get a foul away from the ball, and it's going to go, I think, against, well, looks like it's going to go against Gustav. I think JJ thought it was him. They called it against Isaiah. That's foul number 4 for him. It sends the Wildcats back to the free throw line. St. Mary's going to have to battle through that as well as everything else to Taylor makes the first free throw. It's 54-50. Taylor been pretty solid from the charity stripe when he's been there this evening, I think. Makes both of those. It's a three-point ball game. Again, pressure in the backcourt from the Wildcats. Kellogg wanting to upset this Lumberjack team. Going to get it up underneath to Gustav, and he puts it up and in. Another assist from Yearout. 56-51. Taylor has it across the timeline. Left wing. Vendasius thought about a three, decided not to. Pass to Honorlaw. He isn't able to get it cleanly, able to get back to it. Again to Vendasius. He's going to drive in, lays it up. Shot won't go. Rebound to St. Mary's. Gustav with the layup from the left side. 58-51, 7-point lead for St. Mary's, under 2 to play. Kellogg the other way. Taylor working right wing. Three-pointer by Vendasius. He's going to knock that one down from the right wing. Nice shot by Vendasius, ever dangerous outside. Cross-court pass to Ribrick. Ribrick back to Yearout. 58-54, St. Mary's with a 4-point lead. Yearout working against Lewis, up to Barta. Barta backs it out. He's got 16 on the shot clock. Hands it off to Gustav. Gustav to the top. Hands it off to Yearout. Yearout has the ball stolen away from him. And then a double over and back by the Wildcats.
He got lucky and put the ball down before he tried standing up, but then by the time he passed it over, it's over and back.
Yearout usually pretty solid. Their defense has taken the ball away from him a couple of times tonight. Into the backcourt to Barta. Kellogg had a solid game plan defensively coming into this. Yearout, though, still with 19 points. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Sloper for three. It's nothing but net by Xavier. Another assist for Yearout. 61-54. St. Mary's stretches that lead back a little bit. Oh, bad pass. Trying to find Taylor left wing. Wildcats turn it over with 48 seconds on the clock. And we'll get a timeout taken by the Wildcats. That's their first timeout of the half. 61-54. Ribrick still hasn't been able to get that one bucket he needs to get into double digits tonight. I think Kellogg several times, but they haven't got it any lower than that in the second half. Lumberjacks will inbound. Cross court to Barta. Barta deep in the backcourt. Going to get it ahead to Gustav. Gustav flips it out to Yearout. Back to Gustav. And ball is loose. Still loose. Kellogg comes up with it. Oh, I don't know who to give that turnover against. I guess I'll give it to Isaiah. So Kellogg has the ball back with 35 seconds on the clock. Kellogg only has 2 fouls, so they're going to have to, if they want to extend this, if they can knock down something. Oh, it's free throws for Vendasius on the foul. I forgot about that. Who was the foul against? Barta. I guess that's not. First free throw is good by Vendasius. Kellogg's going to have to foul 3 times in order to conserve time on the clock. Second free throw. That one's good as well. Lumberjacks have it in. Barta to the middle to Sloper. Sloper backs it near the timeline. There's a foul against Lewis. I don't think he was intending to foul there. He thought he saw an opportunity to knock the ball away. Made contact with Sloper's elbow, I think. Kellogg trying to get this ball back in their hands. Into the backcourt to Barta. Barta needs to get moving. Oh, there's the foul against Kellogg. Porter Lewis with that foul. And one more foul, and St. Mary's will get to go to the charity stripe. Well, yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what they're pointing at the shot clock, but I think maybe they're just telling them shot clock's off because of the foul resets the shot clock and they're under 35 seconds. Into the backcourt to Barta. Barta to Year out to Sloper. And a foul there by Vendasius. That'll put Xavier to the charity stripe. I really want to see Ribrick get over 10 points tonight too, but it'll be the first, I think it's the first, might be the first game we've had 3 in double digits. First free throw is good. Xavier and Isaiah tied with 15 apiece. Vendasius, or no, that wasn't Vendasius, that was Coburn that goes out. Second free throw on the way, that one's good. Oops, I think Jack Barta got called for a foul right there. I didn't even see it happen.
Me neither. Happened too quickly.
He just kind of turned around, had a look on his face like, oops. And well, now Isaiah's got some bleeding going on. It's been a very physical game tonight. They've really, I mean, hats off to the refs because they've really let them kind of play.
They have. Kind of nice to see sometimes to an extent.
Let them get a little physical, and as long as it doesn't get out of hand. And I've never seen any chippiness so far this evening. I've seen some good, rough basketball, but
good sportsmanship between both teams.
Yeah, that too. Sometimes these games can be a little chippy. It just depends. I mean, I've seen both sides, both ways with playing against the Wildcats, or the Bulldogs, or the Spartans, or any of those league games. First free throw's up and good by Lewis. 63-57, still a fairly close ball game. You know, Coach Mike Martin is not going to give up until the final double zeros are on that clock, especially when it's only a 5-point ball game. St. Mary's turns it over right there. I think that was Xavier with a bad pass. So the Wildcats get the benefit of a Lumberjack turnover, and who's taking the timeout here? I think it was Coach Chase. With 16 seconds on the clock. Both teams over. Opportunities drop. It's going to be tough to pick my talk about it player of the game because those stats, JJ could have it. He might be the first back-to-back, or not back-to-back, first two-time player of the game recipient. But then again, Isaiah has played very well tonight. Wildcats have it right, left side. They've got to get a shot up quick. Porter Lewis with the three. It's off the mark. Rebound tipped around, out of bounds, off of St. Mary's. Kellogg will get the ball back again with 7.5 seconds on the clock. I think with 7.5, they're just about out of time, though. Inbound pass to the corner. Porter Lewis can't find an easy opening. Going to get a block shot by Year out. On the missed three, Barta with the rebound, and that's how we'll finish the game.